Kerri Kupec Urbahn, Fox News legal editor and former counselor to Attorney General Bill Barr. Great to see you. So you heard me just asking there about the evidence and what we're looking at. Just some top-line thoughts on Smirnov, and then we'll move to the next.
No, I don't understand is what David was saying is how was he kept on the payroll for so long? He was considered this trusted informant, and we had comments from Representatives Comer, Jordan, and others, and Democrat Jamie Raskin, all saying that he was considered a trusted informant by the FBI. And if you remember, Harris, the FBI was very resistant to releasing the information that Smirnov had supplied because they were so concerned about compromising him. And so I don't know how we ended up here. I also, another question that I've had all along is why did David Weiss, a special counsel in the Hunter Biden case, why did he sit on the information from Smirnov once it was referred to him in fall 2020? Why did he sit on it for 3 years? You know, Grassley put it out that there was public pressure for him to investigate, because that was the whole reason Grassley wanted him to look at it in the first place. We need to investigate. We need to see if this is true or not. And then in a matter of a few months to turn around after sitting on it for so long and then indict him for lying, it's just all very surprising.
Yeah, I wanted to put it into context for our viewers, too. I mean, if you say you trust a guy and you keep him that long, he's valuable, right? And you're paying, yeah, okay. And David Spunt just reported, he's like, we still don't know the dollar figure of the cash yet, but something retained him. All right, let's move. The chairs of the House Judiciary and Oversight Committees want more information now for their impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. And they want to interview Amos Hochstein, a former Biden aide. He did work at that lobbying firm, Blue Star Strategies, that the IRS whistleblower Joseph Ziegler has testified about already. Ziegler claimed that company failed to report nearly $500 million in money paid to a Ukrainian energy firm called Burisma. We've heard the word over the years. That energy firm was the one that paid Hunter Biden a lot of money to sit on its board. Now, he doesn't have any energy background or any kind of resume that goes with it, but they liked him enough to move him. You think his last name made a difference? Republican lawmakers also want DOJ files on Patrick Ho. He's a former Hunter Biden associate with connections to a communist China-linked energy firm that also gave Hunter Biden a lot of cash. Again, no background in energy, but these people like Hunter Biden a lot when it comes to the world's biggest focus right now, energy. Ho was sentenced to prison for bribery and money laundering. So your thoughts on these two people that they want to talk to?
Very interesting, and they probably have some information that would be helpful for all of us to understand the bigger picture of the Biden family business. But Harris, you know, there is no Biden family business without Joe. And the reason today's interview with his brother is so important is, one, he hasn't been interviewed before. But two, you know, think about this for a second. His brother, he dropped out of college, he opened a couple of nightclubs, and the next thing you know, he's brokering major deals with Chinese energy conglomerates.
Yeah.
And so how? The question is, how was he able to do that? What were they seeing as the benefit in working with James Biden?
That's the big question.
Right. And so, and what was he doing to, to receive all of that money? And so this is where the link is very important. You know, up until now, the committee has been interviewing business associates, but James and Hunter Biden are the connective tissue between the associates and Joe Biden. So it will be interesting to see what comes out of today's interview.
Look, you hit the nail on the head on why Americans should care about this. It's our national security. What were these other countries getting for their relationship with the Bidens and money that was flowing?
Especially because they were working with people who had no experience in these fields. Both James and Hunter Biden don't have any energy experience. Right. And so, again, what were they seeing as the benefit? What were they seeing as the payoff? And was there any kind of impact on U.S. policy as a result of working directly with Joe Biden's family?
Hunter Biden's legal team is lashing out at his dad's DOJ ahead of his gun trial. They accuse prosecutors of not sharing all their evidence in an attempt to prevent Hunter from getting a fair trial. They point to releasing this photograph. Hunter's attorneys claim it actually shows lines of sawdust. That's not cocaine, they say. They say it's from a carpenter friend of Hunter Biden's who sent it to show he kicked his coke habit. Their filing reads in part, the prosecution surely realized this would prejudice Mr. Biden in the public eye. Mistaking sawdust for cocaine sounds more like a storyline from one of the 1980s Police Academy movies than what should be expected in a high-profile prosecution by the United States Department of Justice. Hunter is charged with 3 counts, just to remind everybody, related to lying on a gun sales application about his drug use. Kerri.
It's all very strange. You know, there's so much drama always when it comes to Hunter Biden and the DOJ's prosecution.
What do you make of that picture? And all that's being said about, you know, oh, it was just a way to show that his friend was off coke.
It's hard to say. I'm curious to see how the DOJ responds to this latest filing from Hunter's defense team. And the context here, Harris, is that the government is required to turn over any exculpatory evidence or information they have to the defense so the defense can prepare for a fair trial. The defense is saying, well, we can't trust you to do that because you got this wrong. This is a picture of sawdust, not cocaine. And again, you know, it's always it's hard to know who to believe here. Now, of course, if the DOJ did make a mistake here, that does reflect poorly on them. It's sloppy. It's certainly possible, and we need to wait to see how DOJ responds, but it's not going to affect the heart of the case. But does it call into question the credibility to some extent of the prosecution? Sure. And that's what Hunter's strategy is right now. It's a public relations campaign more than anything else. Chip away at the credibility and integrity, so at least in people's minds there are a giant question mark as to whether he did anything wrong at all.
I wonder if other people had a similar thought like I did. I mean, it does go to the issue of other people knew that he was also on coke. Otherwise, you wouldn't send your friend a picture like that as a joke, that you were off coke. So when he was filling out that gun form, I mean, it goes to what people would have, it actually speaks to his character and his actions, what people would have known about him at the time. I'm just saying that's what I thought of when I first saw it. But we'll move and have you on again. Kerri, thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.